The Patriarch Michel Sabbah, 86 years old. I was not too involved in politics before I became Patriarch of the Latin Catholic Church of Jerusalem in 1987. I was a priest and politics was not my field. However, when Pope John Paul II appointed me Patriarch of Jerusalem, of an occupied country at war, I felt responsible for all the men and women who were suffering, who were humiliated, and many of whom were dying. It is for them that I began to speak out in their name during my 21 years as Patriarch, and have continued to do so as a man of the Church. What I said and still say is simple. Man is not born to be killed. Yet in Palestine, he is killed. He is thrown in prison for claiming his freedom. A Palestinian is a human being who has dignity. What is happening nowadays is unacceptable. Be it the attitude of Israel or that of the international community and its institutions. Arab countries accept Israel's right to exist, whereas Israel has so far not recognized the right of existence of Palestine. International law has failed to force Israel to recognize this right. Given that context, a religious man must speak of oppression, even if it is not pleasant to hear. He must become the voice of those who can't speak out, because those who dare to raise their voices are thrown in prison or killed. A priest is a little bit more protected. The Israelis say that they know what they are doing, but I am convinced they don't. They put themselves in an abnormal situation, and an abnormal situation cannot last. They must make peace with the Palestinians, peace under reasonable conditions. At the time of the partition in 1948, the United Nations granted just over half of the Palestinian territory to Israel, which has forcibly settled on 78% of the territory. And now, Israel is offering half of the remaining 22% to the Palestinians. Palestinian survival now depends on those Palestinians who remain in Palestine and in Israel. As long as they stay, they are in the way of the Israeli dream. The Jewish state must face reality and accept the fact that there are today as many Palestinians as Israelis, no matter how much land it claims as its own. However, Israel wants neither a state made up of two peoples nor a two-state solution. There can be no solution because as long as the Israelis do not make peace with the Palestinians, Arab and Muslim people will remain their enemy. In order to be at peace with Arabs and Muslims, there must first be peace with the Palestinians, real peace, that which exists in people's hearts, not that of treaties signed by governments. Palestinians are the way to peace, the only salvation for Israel.